Hey there YouTube, this is Rajuta and welcome to my channel Keep Calm and Read All. Today we're going to do a very fun tag. The minute I saw it, I was like, okay, this is the tag for me. If nothing else, I have to do this tag. So the tag is called 7 Deadly Sins of Reading, and can I tell you that I am so excited to be doing this tag. So let's begin, shall we? Okay, the first deadly sin is greed. Which is the most expensive book that you've got and the least expensive book that you've got? Okay, the most expensive book in this library is my edition of Barnes and Noble's edition of Sherlock Holmes, which I gifted to myself during my birthday. And can I tell you, like, this is my absolute baby. The least expensive book that I have is this second-hand edition of Shakespeare's tragedies, and I got it for like 35 rupees. So it is like literally the least expensive book that I had in this library. The second deadly sin is wrath. Describe a love-hate relationship with an author. That would be George R.R. Martin, simply because I love his Song of Ice and Fire, and I absolutely loved. I marathoned through the entire series. I love it. But I kind of also hate him a little bit because he's not bringing out Winds of Winter yet. It's been a long time and I've been waiting for it for like 4 or 5 years. And I'm like, okay, enough, come on, just get the damn book out. Like, seriously. The next is gluttony. Name a book which you have deliciously devoured with no shame whatsoever. That again would be A Song of Ice and Fire, because the minute I started reading A Game of Thrones, I was simply hooked and I basically marathoned it through like an entire week, and I kept reading and reading and reading. And Dance of Dragons is like 1,000 pages, but I just didn't care because I had to know what's happening next. Martin has this brilliant way of writing stories, which I absolutely was fascinated by, and especially when you think that there's so many things that are happening, but by focusing on character narrations, he has managed to bring out the different elements of the story, bring out different worlds, and it's simply fantastic. The next deadly sin is sloth. Which book have you neglected due to laziness? I don't know if I actually am guilty of this sin, simply because I have kind of an OCD when it comes to reading books. Like, if I have started reading something, I really need to finish it, and I can't start anything else once like I'm reading something. Yeah, and I don't think like there's anything that I've neglected simply because I really have to finish a book. The next deadly sin is pride. Which book do you use to sound very intellectual? And yeah, during my post graduation years, basically everyone that I knew was spouting off theory, like they were in love with theory. So you could not get into a conversation without the mentions of Foucault and Derrida and Sartre and Wittgenstein. And yeah, that was my phase of theory. Like, I had to read like a lot of theory in order to write my papers and talk in class, all of that stuff. So it was during that time that I couldn't even watch a Star Wars movie without like thinking about its underlying theories. Yeah, that was like crazy times. But yeah, during that time I would mostly, I think, like talk about Aristotle, like Poetics, simply because almost every single paper that I used to work on had something to do, like you had to use like Aristotle's theories, his Poetics, his Metaphysics, Nicomachean Ethics. So I think that would be like that would be the book, I guess, simply because I used to use a lot of it. It's like kind of ingrained in my head right now. I also like using a little bit of poetry, like when I talk about like literature, or talk about books, I end up like using certain quotes from poetry. Rilke is like my absolute favorite, so sometimes like poetry as well. The next deadly sin is lust. What attributes do you find attractive in male and female characters? Basically, they resolve. Like, I like characters who basically have decided, like, no, the no nonsense characters who have decided, like, okay, this is what the situation is, and this is how I'm going to make the best of it. I really don't like, I find it huge turn off when I see, like, the characters railing at the heavens, or the characters basically whining and basically oh, look how awful my life is. I mean, yes, I know your life is awful, but do something about it. Don't stop and, like, basically endlessly rail at the heavens. I mean, yeah, sometimes, of course, like, you need that time to rail at the heavens. You need that time to, like, basically indulge in your self pity, but endlessly doing it, I find it very, very annoying. Also, like, characters with little or no spine whatsoever. I mean, yeah, if you, my absolute, like, the least like series of all times is Twilight, and it's probably because, like, the main character has so little spine. I don't even know why she is even a protagonist, because all I felt was, like, shaking her, and I'm like, dude, get over yourself and get over this. So that's basically, like, I really dislike spineless characters, be it male or be it female. Like, it's a huge turn off. What I find interesting is, like, characters who basically tackle situation with a no nonsense manner, characters who do what need to be done. Of course, like, it also helps if the character is attractive as well, because come on, I mean, it's kind of obvious. Then, Envy, which book would you like to get as a gift? Anything from Folio Society. I absolutely love Folio Society. It's my absolute, like, wish list kind of kind of edition. So anything from Folio Society would be, like, the ideal gift. I envy all of those people out there who have, like, Folio Society editions, and I myself, like, cannot access that kind of. I cannot access it simply because it's, yeah, it costs a lot. I mean, seriously expensive. But yeah, that would be the one edition that I would like to get as a gift. So yeah, so that's my tag, and I tag all of you who are watching to basically do this tag, because this tag is simply awesome and a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun doing this. So yeah, if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel, keep calm and read all, and thanks for watching. See ya.